Hello everyone, welcome back to Andertons. It's Acoustic Paradiso. I'm Ben, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm surrounded by some new Gibson Custom Shop acoustics. So, you know, that's a good day, isn't it? I started off with this one, the big strummer of the lot. This is the Gibson Custom SJ200. Now, you'll notice that all three of these guitars could be none more black, really. They've got an ebony nitrocellulose finish over them, and they've also got these kind of Les Paul custom style appointments, I guess. You've got the trapezoid headstock things, you've got the block inlays on the neck. So aesthetically, you're getting a cross between the kind of classic Gibson acoustic line, but with the Gibson, you know, Les Paul custom style things, which I think looks pretty good, I've got to say. I started on this one because it's the biggest. I thought we'd work our way down, although these are all quite big guitars. Classic construction here on this, the J200. Maple body, spruce top. We've got a maple and walnut two-piece neck on here, walnut stringer. I'm not quite sure what that is. It's got some, I think these are brass bridge pins on here, and all of these guitars are equipped with the LR Baggs Session VTC pickup system, which you may or may not hear at some point during this video when I'm playing. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and if you want to know any more details about any of these guitars, they're all down below. Because this is custom shop stuff, the pictures on the website are of these actual guitars, and it gives you the weight of each one and all that kind of stuff too. It does all the things you want a really big jumbo guitar to do, this one. Very bright top end, huge bass. It's got, you know, it's a big body, moves a lot of air. I did some loud strumming. Let's see what it sounds like with a bit more gentle playing. It's a big sound, even when you're playing it really quite quietly. Like all, you know, good jumbos, it's quite kind of hi-fi, I would say, would be a good word for it, because there's all that kind of all that kind of presence and top-end detail. I think because of the maple. For me, maple guitars tend to have a very pronounced and detailed top end, generally speaking. I mean, it's a big blanket statement there, but that's what you look for in a jumbo. Big fat bass, nice sparkly trebles. I'm going to try a little bit of finger picking on it, although traditionally the J200 isn't that friendly for finger pickers because it's so big, but you know, that doesn't mean you can't finger pick on it, does it? Let's see what it sounds like. So there we go. It's definitely more of a strummer for me than a finger picker, this one. But what a strummer it is. You know, the J200's been a hugely successful guitar. You know, hundreds of people play them, and very famous musicians, you know, favour them. People like Bob Dylan plays them a lot, Pete Townsend. I've got kind of in my head Linda Ronstadt, picture of her playing one sometime in the 70s. So there we go. And if you're after one with a slightly different look, this custom version could well be the thing for you. I'm going to move on now to this next one. This is the Songwriter Custom. So the Songwriter is a kind of dreadnought style body size that I think was introduced in about 2003, if memory serves me correctly, although I'm probably wrong. 25.5-inch scale length, just like the J200. This one has got a rosewood back and sides with a spruce top. Mahogany neck, the same kind of ebony nitro finish on here, and the same kind of Les Paul custom style decoration, which I think does look really cool on these black guitars. Let's start off with a bit of strumming again, and then we'll try a bit of finger picking, because this one obviously has got the this has got the cutaway as well, so you can get right up the dusty end if you need to. Let's try it. So yeah, this kind of delivers a bit more of your classic Dreadnought style sound, I would say. Not quite so bright and sparkly in the top end, but the mid-range, kind of high mids, and is a bit more pronounced, which I think will probably make it a bit more suited to finger picking, certainly for me. Like I said, 25.5-inch scale length again on here. Let me do some picking on it and see what happens. I've lost my thumb pick now. So there we go. Certainly I would say more suited to the kind of finger picking stuff than the J200. I would want to play these for a couple of 100 hours so they could really open out. And I think that would really bring an extra level to them. But that's your job if you buy it. It's got that rosewoody kind of projection that you get from big body rosewood back and side guitars. The spruce top's lovely. I'm going to do some more playing, I think, is the only thing to really say about this and do. There we go, lovely. Let's move on to what I think is going to be my favourite, because it nearly always is when it comes to big Gibson Acoustics, the J45. Here we go then. This is the custom J45, the workhorse, the Gibson workhorse guitar, which is my favourite big body Gibson, I have to say, so I'm slightly biased. But I really like this one. It's got the same Les Paul custom style, stuff on it as the other one. In true J45 style, it's got a spruce top with mahogany back and side. So we've got, between the three, we've got maple, rosewood, and then this is mahogany. So you've kind of got all your bases covered there. The shorter scale length, as you'd expect, 24.75 rather than 25.5, which you've got on the other two, does the things you want a J45 to do, which is, it's a nice round sound. It hasn't got the very sparkly top end, but they're pronounced enough that you can hear all those nice kind of high frequencies well. I'm going to do a bit more playing on it. I've done some strumming. I'm going to do some picking now. I love a J45. And so of the three, this is probably my favourite, but that's personal preference. What is yours? Let me know in the comments below. All the specs, everything you need to know is listed down here. All right, let me do some picking on here. Here we go. you know, as I say, these are custom shop instruments. So as you'd expect, the attention to detail on them is very high. They've got the custom shop woods, and they're just, you know, really lovely, modern, playable, custom shop, high-end Gibson Acoustics. I mean, they sell themselves really, I think. But they're worth trying out, and I think the main difference here obviously is this lovely kind of ebony nitrocellulose lacquer that they've got on them here, and these Les Paul style designs on the headstock and these inlays on the fingerboard. They've got these big Grover tuners as well, I should have mentioned. So it's all the classic stuff you would look for in these models, but just with a slight twist, which I think, you know, they look great. And there we go. Let me know which is your favourite in the comments. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and we'll see you again on Acoustic Paradiso here at Andertons TV. See you soon.